What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Disney News with Techbot. Another big, exciting week, and I know I missed some of this stuff. Maybe 2 weeks old. Who knows? But we're going to talk about it anyways, since there was no live last week. So we're going to go over it anyways. Some fantastic stuff. Some stuff that we actually just have more details on and information about that. But before we get to that, and I'll mention this again at the end of the live. Actually, no, I'm going to say that till the end because, of course, I want you guys to go check that later. Make sure you guys, fully take advantage of all that. But Disney. So we actually got Disney World news and we got Disneyland news as well. Always fun, always fantastic. So no matter which side of the coast you're on, we're going to cover you both ways either way. So the first big news I want to bring up, of course, was originally announced, I think, last week or something like that. But, of course, a little bit more information coming up with the new reservation system. But, of course, Disney World had gotten their new annual passes. And I believe they just went on sale. I think it was today. I may be wrong on that, but I think it just went on sale. And, it's different from what they used to have as far as, how they set up the different annual passes and stuff like that. But they did also come out with a brand new logo for the entire annual pass system, which, of course, it's bringing up, the newer looking Mickey Mouse as far as the Walt Disney World and stuff like that. Of course, I be honest with you, as far as we're looking at the logo itself, I think the D is kind of off. I know, of course, the D for Disneyland is very distinctive in the font it uses, but I think this D is a little off. I understand it's supposed to look like, more like the D that's in Disney. But, like I said, that's the other thing that kind of throws me off. It kind of almost reminds me of the Disneyland one, but, without the actual florals on it. But let's get into details of this annual pass. So if you are out here with these annual passes, let me see if I can bring this in the side here. No. Sorry, just trying to see if it'll move off. I'm trying to get more of these overlays, kind of centered up and on the side a little bit more. But we're going to give these front and center. So they only have 3 choices for you here as far as annual passes. Now, they are, of course, you got the Disney Pixie Dust Pass, which is $39.99 plus tax. You've got the Disney Pirate Pass, which is $699 plus tax. You've got the Disney Sorcerer Pass, which is $899 plus tax. And of course, you've got the all-inclusive, includes everything, the Disney Incredipass for $1,299 plus tax. Now, it does say in there certain things with each one, as far as if you are Florida residents. Florida residents do get the opportunity where we can break up that cost throughout the entire year. That way we're not, if you want the big Incredipass, you're not going to have to cough up that $1,300 all in one shot. You can break that up throughout the year as well. But, before we get into the details of, what each pass is, you got to think, too, the only thing that bothers me, and I'm a Florida resident, is, I remember back when I got my first annual pass, when we first moved out here in Florida in 2012, they always had the down payment, but back then the down payment was like, I don't know, like $95, something like that. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too painful. For me and my wife, it was $200 worth of down payment. Please, somebody tell me, because I don't get this here. How is a down payment $205? I mean, I get it. Maybe they're trying to cover themselves in case, you change your banks or, you cut out them. I mean, really, what's $205 going to do if you don't come back into the parks or don't use the pass again? I mean, I don't get the down payment situation with Disney because it doesn't make any sense. Why do you need a $205 down payment? Usually, a lot of times, down payments happen if it help you recover money. If you are, of course, doing it monthly and going from there. But let's say you use that pass for 6 months and you realize I don't want to pay it anymore. So you change your checking account information so they can't pay it. So yeah, they got their $205, but they basically got it for free because, I mean, you're not coming to the parks anymore. So you're not going to be using it. I don't know. I've always thought it was silly. And why does it have to be that much? I don't get it. Maybe there's a mathematical reason for it. Maybe Disney has figured out the math for it and it's gone up, of course, with ticket prices. But I just don't get it. You know, for me, for a family of 4, not only do I have to pay the overall cost of that ticket, but I also got to cough up $800 in down payments to get my whole family annual passes. That's ridiculous. Now, I know, of course, the nice part about this, you only have to do that one time, and as long as you keep renewing, you never have to put down a down payment again. But, I mean, come on. To get started, it's just kind of ridiculous. And it's annoying at that. But, again, that's my little rant on the down payments. Now, with these different 4 unique annual pass programs, of course, the more you pay, the more you get. That's how Disney always is. So with the Pixie Dust Pass, you're going to get 1 visit or more Walt Disney World resorts on most weekdays with an advanced park reservation subject to blackout dates, including peak and holiday periods. Now with this, you can hold up to 3 park reservations at a time, which means I can book 3 full days out of reservations at one time. If you're going on vacation, you're going to be out there for 5 days. You're going to have to try to add park reservations after you've already used one. And sometimes it's a little bit hard, depending on busy times, you're not going to get a whole lot. But, and then it also is available to Florida residents. Just basic admission, you get that you're going to have blackout dates. Now, they have done certain things where they just released the new reservation system for these passes, where they do sometimes add bonus passes. And if you're looking at a date and you see something that says bonus, you can book those and it does not count as one of your 3 park reservations. So they are adding some stuff in there, maybe to help, maybe throw something at you. But again, this one does have big blackout dates, which probably for this one is pretty much going to mean all summer, all spring break, any holiday that comes up, you are blacked out. That's pretty much what that means. So you're going to have only select few amounts of days. Now, as we get higher, maybe they're not really saying details to it, but there could be maybe you get less reservation time, or maybe you get less blackout dates than the announced. I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, I would agree. My wife, sorry, Pat, we already talked about, or I don't know if we talked about it, but these new setups are really funky. But for $699, the Pirate Pass, of course, the Pixie Dust Pass, if you are a Florida resident, after you pay your $205 down payment, you can get that pass for $19 per month for 12 months. And then, of course, your Pirate Pass, $699. Or if you're a Florida resident, you can get that for $45 per month for 12 months. With this, again, it gets you entry in, and which includes blackout dates, including peak and holiday periods. This one allows you up to 4 park reservations at a time. So instead of 3, you get 4, plus you get the bonuses options as well that shows up from time to time. So that really the only thing you're spending, what's that, $300 more is to really just have, again, I don't know. They're not really showing the blackout dates, and that's going to be part of the new reservation system as far as which one you get. So that's the only other thing I can think has got to be the difference is you're going to have less blackout dates on the Pirate Pass than you will the Pixie Dust Pass. So, and then, of course, you get the 4 reservations. That's the only thing I got to think of this difference between on a $300 difference. Now, we bump up another $200, you get $899 or $63 per month for 12 months if you're a Florida resident after your $205 down payment. This will get you in with select with blackout dates on select days, select holiday periods. So that's why I'm thinking right here. It doesn't say blackout dates. See, this one doesn't say blackout dates including peak and holiday periods. This one is saying subject to blackout dates on select days during select holiday periods. So this is what leads me to think that each tier of that does get blackout dates, the Sorcerer Pass is going to have far less blackout dates than the Pirate Pass, whereas the Pirate Pass is going to have less blackout dates than the Pixie Dust Pass. So for $400, you can get in, but you're really getting in on, everything that's not really going on that's real special by any means. This one, of course, you get 5 park reservations at a time. Now, this one is different because it is available to Florida residents and Disney Vacation Club member only. I don't think the Disney Vacation Club members do get this option as far as the payment plan goes. I think that's a Florida resident only. Which leads me to say that, basically the Pixie Dust and the Pirate Pass, it does say right down here at the bottom, available for Florida resident only. So if you are not a Florida resident and you want an annual pass, it's kind of messed up because the only pass that's available to you if you're not a Florida resident and you are not a Disney Vacation Club member is the Disney and Credit Pass for $1,300 plus tax. If you're a Florida resident, you can get that for $99 per month for 12 months with the $205 down. Yeah, so if you are not Florida, that's kind of messed up. I mean, to be $1,000, if you're out of state, I'm hoping if you're going to pay that kind of money for an annual pass, I'm hoping that you get your money's worth out of it and you come into town a lot. Maybe you're, I don't know. That's just, it's crazy. The fact that the only pass that you can get is as a non-resident or DVC is the credit pass. It's absolutely nuts. And I would agree with you, OTT. I have found that sometimes, a lot of times, the blackout dates are days you don't want to go. You're really not going to want to be there in the middle of the summer. It's too hot. You're not going to want to be there at Christmas time. It's too busy. You're not going to want to be there at spring break. Far too busy. So I'm sometimes, yes, I do get that. But of course, the credit pass, you get entry into the parks with absolutely no blackout dates at all. Advanced park, and then this one you get up to 5 park reservations at a time, which you also are going to get the bonus ones included. So that's my only thing with that. It's great that they came up with different systems as far as Florida residents. Kind of just more catering to the Florida resident, which I get. Because you want to be able to get as many people and many Florida residents that's going to come all the time to the parks and give them more options. But I do remember seeing a lot of people all the time. We get a lot of people from like the Northeast that come down quite often, multiple times a year, and it'd be cheaper for them to do annual passes because how many times you pay for park tickets. But now it doesn't seem to be beneficial because you're paying $13 per ticket. That's your only option if you are not a DVC member or you are not a Florida resident. It just, I don't know, it just seems kind of silly to me, to be honest with you. But that's a new park reservation system. And like I said, maybe they'll start throwing some more stuff in there. There is some exclusive park merchandise starting to come out, and we will talk about one that has been already come out that is exclusive to the members. Now, as well as Disneyland, their park system, which I think they call the Keys or something, they got an extra little bonus perk that I don't know if we're going to get out here. So we'll just have to wait and see. Let me look at this chart real quick. Yeah, it's always hard to say what's interesting to see what happens with Disney. Disney does listen to people and, of course, listen to numbers because if it's not profitable, they're not going to do it or they're going to stop it at some point. So we'll see how well it goes. But Disney, throughout even the entire time I've been here, which is 9 years, they've changed up the reservation system so many times. The annual pass system so many times. So I can't see this being the final set done. I would assume that it's going to be this way, and then maybe next year they'll revise it, add more things, change things around. Christina says, I'm jealous you guys get to go to the 50th celebration. Looks awesome. I agree with you. I probably won't be there day one. Unfortunately, most of the reservations are fully booked for Disney World on day one. But I will definitely be doing plenty of 50th anniversary stuff in October. So I'll try to bring you guys as much as I possibly can, especially with the new fireworks shows at both locations. Now, a lot of those I can only, on YouTube videos, I can only do small clips because of the copyright infringements with the music. But a lot of times, my throat's getting dry. A lot of times what happens is I'll actually live stream it on Instagram for you guys, and then I just actually copy that video and I use that in my my videos here. So if you actually want to see the full show, for some reason Instagram doesn't have a problem with copyright, so we kind of just work with that one. All right, moving on. What did OTT say? Instead of hoping to be down still to Florida before the end of the year. So I'm going to try to go if I can squeeze in. Yeah, definitely. I know we've been trying to meet up for a couple times you're down here. Maybe with me trying to get to the parks a little bit more, we can make that happen. Moving on. A big news came out. I think it was actually last weekend, but the event happened on September 4th. I was going to get the video, but again, with YouTube, I don't know whether I can play videos or not, whether they're going to copyright. I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys see. There was a fight on the ferry boats. First time I really seen this, and maybe because sometimes Disney likes to hide things, but we had a fight there was a fight on October 4th on the ferry boats, and it was come on, people. We know it's the end of the day. We know everybody's tired. Everybody's exhausted. It's hot. People just want to get back to their cars, but come on, keep your cool. We keep it cool for a little bit longer. You're on the ferry boat. You're trying to get back to your car. You're going to have the air conditioning soon. This is what we pay for. This is what you pay over $100 for, is to take your kids there, have a lot of fun, and you're going to get, add crowds, add heat, and, meltdowns from your children. That's all part of the fun, the magic, the experience. Let's all keep our cool, people. Come on. Let's not destroy this for our children. Let's not have that one great, Disney vacation that you're going to save up all these thousands of dollars to take your family to. And the one thing your kid's always going to remember about that vacation is your parents got into a fight on a ferry boat. Come on, guys. We're better than this. Come on. On top of it, that wasn't even the craziness that happened this week. That was just more comical than anything. But they had to evacuate Tom Sawyer Island this week. I think it was this week, because of a suspicious person walking around in full camo and carrying a hatchet. First of all, my question is, how does somebody get a hatchet through security? They're not checking the bags anymore because we have this whole airport style, 3D. How does somebody get a hatchet through security? I don't know. I don't know whether it was real. I don't know whether it was fake. I don't know. There's not enough, and the police report has not been made public yet. So I don't. There's still a lot of suspicion going on around that, but it was actually they did evacuate Tom Sawyer Island because of a suspicious person. Wow. Just when you thought the fight wasn't bad enough, we have crazy people walking around Disney World with a hatchet. Yeah, that's the world we live in, I guess. What else? Let's go into better news. So they did announce finally, of course, I've said some of them in our Disney news with the Fab 50 golden statues. Now, they did announce the last one. It is Tinkerbell. This is the 50th. Now, do remember, and I started looking more in these because, of course, now you can see the full site of all of them, but there's not a total of 50 statues. There's actually only a total, I think 30, 34, 35, something like that. The Fab 50 is based off of the characters. So some of these statues have two characters. Like when they had the Cinderella mice, you had 2 mice on there, 2 characters. So just keep that in mind. If you come to Disney World and go there and you're expecting to actually see 50 statues, it's actually more about 34, 36, somewhere in there. But you can go online and view all of them online now. There was something that happened where they started putting up some statues, some more bronze statues, not golden statues recently. They put them up, and they even had ones like the Brer Rabbit. But within a day or two, Disney had them taken down. I don't know if maybe they don't want to get people confused with the golden ones that are going up, but for a moment there, you could see a bunch of bronze statues hanging around. The pedestals are still there, but the statues have been removed. So I'm assuming that's where the golden statues are going. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. As soon as I hear those golden statues coming up, I'm going to try to go get video footage of that because I think those are going to be fantastic. And those are going to be awesome. We're going to do a full video just on the statues. I think that'll be really fun. Some other new items we have, there's some new buses. And before COVID, this was a big deal because, the normal buses that transport everyone back and forth, there used to just be a standard, pattern on it. But, well, they started going with more characters and stuff like that. Well, they pretty much, since COVID, they stopped wrapping a lot of the buses or adding new wraps. Well, we do have a new wrap on new buses. We do have the 50th anniversary Mickey and Minnie bus. As well as I think on the other side there, actually on the end there, you got, I know it's kind of gray, I probably could have gotten a better picture, but you got Chip and Dale there on the end, as well as not only the buses, but they have some of the new Skyliners decked out in a 50th anniversary wrap as well. So some new things to find and look forward to. Hey, it's sometimes about the small things that they do that make it special. Where am I? Where was I? Okay, so right now too, Disney has pretty much all but changed most of the Fast Pass signage. All Fast Pass signage has pretty much been removed at this point. I think the signs have all been removed. Most of the signs have all been replaced with Lightning Lane signage. I think there's still a few out there that still have to be done. And then even Rise of the Resistance now actually has signage of a virtual queue and Lightning Lane. So the Lightning Lane is going up, and what they're doing, I guess for people that don't stay on top of it with YouTube channels like myself or DWD News or stuff like that, or just lives under a rock, they're handing out pamphlets now to people as you go through the turnstiles, explaining to them that the Fast Pass system has been retired. And we are doing the Lightning Lane. However, it's not being used because we're waiting for the app to come out any day now. My guess, you're not going to see the Genie Plus app release until October 1st. That's my guess. Or maybe the week before, quite possibly. I don't know. I think you're not going to see it until the end of this month. But that's what they're talking about with that stuff. But they are handing out pamphlets to explain to people that, if you don't see the Fast Pass names anymore, this is why. I think it's kind of weird that Disney even has to do that, but hey, I guess they just want to make sure everybody is warned so that less questions for them to answer. In some merchandise news, a new one, this has become kind of popular. They have a new Nightmare Before Christmas Zero shoulder plush. These have kind of become popular for a little while, where they have had Stitch and some other characters. These use magnets. Basically, underneath, you put a magnet underneath your shirt, kind of like you had a name badge where you're using magnets, kind of same idea. But this is different compared to every other one because this one lights up. So you do have a light up Zero shoulder plush that you can put on your shoulder and walk around Disney. I don't know where else you'd walk around with a shoulder plush on other than Disney itself. And I think if you walked around with one anywhere else, it might look a little weird. Though the Zero plush, shoulder plush is releasing for $19.99. In other good news, the Living with the Land has reopened after almost 2 weeks of being closed, and nobody knows why. Disney has not released any information on why it was closed down. It doesn't seem, from what it can be told in videos, it doesn't seem like they've really changed anything inside the ride. Unsure of why, but hey, I think if you're a person like me, we are glad to see Living with the Land back open, because it is actually one of my personal favorite rides. I have no idea why. It's slow. It's got a lot of vegetables, but for some reason it's very entertaining. I love that ride. One of my own personal ones I enjoy. As we know, through August and September, they are doing previews currently on Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. I'm sure if you go onto YouTube, there's been plenty of YouTubers that have gone on the video, done full point of view ride throughs. If you want to know what it's going to be like, go ahead and check one of those. The one thing I'm kind of sad about it is I remember when Ratatouille came out in France, I was pretty excited about it. I thought it looked really cool. I'm a huge fan of Ratatouille. But so far, it's actually getting pretty poor reviews. Some people do say, though, they like it better than Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which I honestly think, technologically wise, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is genius. It's up there. I love the trackless cars. I love the projection imaging. It's kind of the same thing. Maybe people don't think the same way I do when it comes to stuff like that, but hey, everybody sees things in a different way. Slush, what's up, buddy? Appreciate you stopping by. I saw, I kicked the mouse. The mouse owns everything, so I think he's much more protected before you can kick him. Anyways, but the new big thing is right outside of Ratatouille's, even though it hasn't officially opened until October 1st, they have released the Ratatouille merchandise cart. What else can you do if you can't ride the ride? Might as well get the merchandise. You know how Disney loves to do it. They have some fantastic stuff, some t-shirts, some plushes. They even got these little, I think there's, I don't know, cups. I gotta get out there and get some full coverage of this card, but I know people are raving on. If you look on the smaller, the bottom right hand corner, those are all actually just ride vehicle cars. It's basically just miniaturized versions of the mouse ride vehicle. I don't know, but apparently they're being very popular. So I will get out there and try to get some images of this closer up and some pricing and stuff like that. But apparently, it's become very popular, and items are selling off. Now, in what I think is much, to me, I'm an Epcot fan. I love Epcot. It's one of my favorite locations. They have some new Epcot Spaceship Earth merchandise coming out. Now, when they did tweet this is the new merchandise. They got mugs, they got hats, they got bags, they got ears, they've got a new jacket, they got sweatpants, all themed after Spaceship Earth. Of course, with that, I don't even remember what that shape is called, but with that great pattern that it always has on there. So, of course, and then if you remember, I told you guys about a month ago, they've been adding all these new lights to Spaceship Earth as well. In fact, I just happened to be driving out there after close one night, and you could see from a distance they were testing those lights. So it is very, very cool. It's something that I think they probably should have done a long time ago, to be honest with you. Almost looks like something that should have always been there. But fantastic. I think it's going to be a great add to the parks. But when they announced this Spaceship Earth merchandise, they also announced that they have an official opening date for what's called the Creation Shop, which, if most of you guys are going, well, what's a Creation Shop? Well, the Creation Shop used to be Mouse Gears in Epcot. So if you remember where Mouse Gears was, which was the biggest Disney store that they had in Epcot, where most people at the end of the night after fireworks always end up going through Mouse Gears and buying their final merchandise for the night. This is the new Mouse Gears. It's called the Creation Shop. It's a little bit cleaner, a lot more glass. It's much more of a contemporary looking store. But that is expected to be, that they say is officially opening up September 15th. So that would be next week, as well as at the south end of the Creation Shop. They are going to be reopening the Club Cool. If you don't know what Club Cool is basically Coca-Cola's spot in Epcot. Since Coca-Cola sponsors basically you can only buy Cokes at Disney. It was kind of one of those cool things, kind of what they have in Atlanta and their Coke Museum. You can go there and try all different sodas from around the world. So they tore that down. That was on the buildings that got torn down, and they've reopened it back up on the other side on the south end of the new Creation Shop. That will also be opening on September 15th. So the nice part about this is not only do we get, I mean, if you've been here recently, since they had the temporary mouse gears, and then we get back the big new merchandise store. The other benefit to this is walls are coming down. If you've been to Epcot recently in the past year, you'll know how many walls are up at Epcot from construction zones. It's nice to see some walls come down. I will try to get out there soon, so that way I can show you guys. They try to do a full tour of the Creation Shop and check out as much merchandise as we can. It'll probably be more of a merchandise video, but we'll do Club Cool and the Creation Shop. So I like the light colors and the much more contemporary look. So I'm really excited about that. As far as some closures coming up, they have announced some closures for Cali River Rapids. Normally this ride does go down every single year, but for this year, for some reason, they're taking it down a second time. Cali River Rapids will be closing on November 1st for refurbishment. They did not announce when it would be reopening, for how long the refurbishment would be. So, and then another big announcement for closures would be Expedition Everest, which actually has not closed for refurbishment in quite a long time. It will be closing on January 4th, 2022 for 3 months. However, the only thing that was said was supposed to be changing was they were supposed to be upgrading the track system in the ride. And unfortunately, the Yeti is still not going to get repaired. If you guys remember the Yeti at the very end, back in the day, used to have this motion where we kind of swing the arm, and that the Yeti's just been kind of still for quite a long time. I would love to see the Yeti be refixed. I don't know what it takes to refix that thing, probably a lot of money, but I'd love to see the Yeti back to where it used to be. And but unfortunately, we're not going to get it. Maybe they'll take it down another time and fix it at another time. Let me hit up this chat a little bit. Not a fan of those ears. My wife would love them. You know, they kind of remind me of the Halloween ones that where it had two images that would light up and glow. I think there's better ears out there, to be honest with you. That's the only thing I think was kind of weak. But the entire lineup, those mugs, I'm going to have one of those mugs. My family's a big mug person. We got more mugs than we know where to store them. So I will probably get one of those Epcot mugs for sure. And like I said, maybe we'll get some of that stuff. You know, we'll see. Giveaways coming soon from the Disney park. So just stay tuned. And I'll tell you how we're going to do a giveaway next week. And if you watch my most recent video that I dropped yesterday, you will know how actually to enter into that giveaway. But I'll give you more information at the end of this video. At the end of this live, I'm sorry. Last bit of Disney World news. There is a Rock and Roller Coaster. If you're a fan of Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios, there's a lot of controversy going on with it right now. Because as we've noticed in the past year, even before furlough, they started taking out anything that said Aerosmith inside the gift shop. Nothing Aerosmith inside the gift shop. Their contract, I believe, is pretty much up soon, if not already. And it does not look to see that Disney is going to renew that, since Aerosmith has, since the time they signed the contract, 20 years ago or whenever the first ride opened, they were with a different record company, which was Geffen Records back then. Now they're with Universal. And Disney does not want to pay Universal any bit of money. Disney likes to have Universal pay the money for Marvel and for Simpsons, but they do not want to pay Universal anything. So I do not foresee Disney renewing the agreement with Aerosmith. I think the ride will stay. It'll probably go down for a while, and they'll probably retheme it to a certain extent. Whether they get a new band, do a new video, I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing that video go. It's kind of outdated, especially since the band hasn't done anything in a long time. And when they had the ride come out, it was pretty much in its heyday. But they haven't done anything in a long time since they were doing Vegas. So I'm okay with them getting rid of the Aerosmith theme. Who knows what they will do next? But as soon as they roll out more, I will definitely let you guys know. But yeah, Aerosmith could very possibly be changing in the future. I told you about some pass holder exclusive popcorns. There is a new pass holder exclusive popcorn bucket. I pulled this picture from the Disney food blogs because I thought it was a great picture. But this is the Jack Skellington popcorn bucket, and the only way you can get this is by being an annual pass holder. Of course, you can see on the band itself it says AP. For annual pass members, but it's fantastic looking popcorn bucket. I think you can get this popcorn bucket filled, of course, for I think it's $24.99. And then as well as a great new dessert that they have released over at Captain Cook's at Polynesian is the new Scrum. I think they pronounce the character Scrum from Lilo and Stitch, which is of course the doll that she made. This is a vanilla cake with a cotton candy mousse icing. Cotton candy mousse icing sounds rather interesting. So who knows how that one actually play out together with the vanilla. But I may have to get over Captain Cook's and check this out because it sounds interesting enough to check out. And speaking of Polynesian, big news is Polynesian has been under refurbishment. They completely redid the entire monorail station. And when I say they completely redid, they took everything down from the old one and rebuilt it around the current track. And it is now currently open to guests. Before you couldn't, basically they would just go straight through. Now Polynesian guests can enter onto the monorail from the Polynesian that just recently opened back up. However, the valet area still isn't done. It looks like they're still doing some landscaping to be able to finish it, but I was assume that should be reopening pretty soon. That's what I got for Disneyland. I think that's all for Disneyland. We got a couple. That's all for Disney World. We have a couple Disneyland things to go over, and some cool ads they've done. So first of all, the big thing is, and I'm happy to do it because I heard that they did not do it last year. I've been to it once. I'm jealous that Disney World does not get this, because this is incredibly awesome. If you ever get to Disneyland around Halloween, please go check it out. They have the new, they brought back the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay on the Haunted Mansion. Did not happen last year. It has happened this year. And they're even having Jack and Sally doing, photo appearances on the second level of the mansion as well. Of course, everything with characters right now is social distance picture. But they've been up on the top. They have been sighted up on the top balcony. But I'm so glad to see that this is coming back as a thing. And a lot of people were worried last year that since they got rid of it, they didn't do it last year. Maybe they're just not going to do it again. I'm excited that they are doing that. For which I can't go to it because that's in California. But I've always been kind of jealous that we didn't get one. Plus, the Haunted Mansion building itself, I think the Disneyland one it has an aura around it. It looks awesome. It looks cool. And the one here at Disneyland is fantastic. It just doesn't have that jump out at you type of look that the one in Disneyland has. They are constructing a new restaurant over in Disneyland called Pelicans Landing. This is being built right off of the river, and from what it said, it's supposed to be about a 3-story restaurant dining experience. Other than that, assuming it's going to be kind of ship. I don't know. Since it's right near where the ships are, I'm assuming it's going to be hopefully some type of river themed. I don't know. That's pretty much all they're giving us. I couldn't find too much more on that one. But hey, it's always exciting to get a new restaurant. Although I still think at Disneyland, my wife knows if I ever go to Disneyland, my favorite place ultimately, and I have to eat there every single time, is Orleans Cafe. They got these Monte Cristos. I know you can get Monte Cristos almost everywhere. I mean, it's just ham and cheese fried, but there's something about these Monte Cristos at Disneyland that they're so good, dipped in the one place I have to go every time, and I'm still jealous that we don't have New Orleans Square and Disneyland does. But hey, I guess that's why you got to keep things a little bit different each location. Now, I didn't get any video of it, but the Disney keys, the Magic Keys, which is actually Disneyland's version of their annual pass holder, their new changed annual pass holder program, they gave them some extra perks. They have a pass holder perk Magic Key Lounge, and this can be found inside the Starcade in Disneyland, and it has a whole bunch of annual pass member exclusive merchandise. Shows about a lot of the stuff coming up out there. I've seen some video of it on YouTube. It's not really big by any means, but it would be nice that for the amount of money you're spending on these new ones out here in Disney World, that we got a little bit more, perks. It'd be nice. Disneyland always seems to get more perks than Disney World. I have no idea why, but it is what it is. The Dapper Dams have returned to Disneyland. They have them placed on the train station steps. Classic. I think our Dapper Dams out here at Disney World are still coming around, but I believe they're also hanging around the train station as well, as they are keeping all entertainment socially distant. Halloween fireworks in Disneyland has also returned with the Nightmare Before Christmas projections along Main Street. So that one is definitely another one that's returned. It didn't say there was just during their Halloween parties. I guess that might be something that they're doing every night. I couldn't really tell the details on that. And then also with Avengers Campus and Shang-Chi finally came out last week. We have a new Shang-Chi and Death Dealer and now performing at the Avengers Campus. Now, they have also had some brand new characters that have been shown around. One that I think is really cool with Avengers Campus, you're now going to be able to see Agatha Harkness, which, if you guys remember, Agatha Harkness was the witch that was revealed in the WandaVision TV show on Disney Plus. She was the witch who was trying to take the Scarlet Witch's powers, which she can find Scarlet Witch is a lot more powerful than she is. But you can find Agatha Harkness at the Avengers Campus. They also have they've got the Cruella de Vil, the live action version of Cruella de Vil, showing her, I guess, runway show outfits. I don't know the details. I didn't watch the movie. I'm not sure. And then the weird one, though, is they actually have somebody. They've got Sid from Toy Story. I don't know if you remember Toy Story 1. You had Sid, the kid that terrorized toys. They've got a character walk around as Sid, which I don't think I would have ever thought we would have gotten a Sid character in the Disney park. Definitely weird, but hey, if it works with the theme and people enjoy it, then why not do it? So, but that's all I got for Disney news right now. Definitely, if there's anything new, I'm going to start trying to post that up more on my Instagram, as well as possible Facebook. So if you're not subscribed to me on Instagram or Facebook, here's the information. Check it out. Hit me up on Instagram, especially if I ever do fireworks shows. I do them live on Instagram and then I'll put small snippets inside of my videos. So definitely, if you want to see some of the new ones coming out next month, which I'm so excited for Harmonious over at Epcot, I'll be probably live streaming that on Instagram. So definitely check those out. Now, giveaway next week, it's either going to be some 50th anniversary merchandise or it's going to be some Halloween merchandise. I haven't decided yet. Who knows? Maybe it'll even be the Zero shoulder plush that everyone is trying to grab right now. So I don't know, but it's going to be one of those two types of categories, and we're going to get you something. But the only way you can find out how to win is in my video that I dropped yesterday of my Hollywood Studios vlog. Somewhere in that video, I hid, and it's only about a snippet of about 5 seconds, 5 to 6 seconds, somewhere in there. I hid a Disney trivia question. And what you have to do is when you find that snippet, you find that question, all you have to do is go and put in the comment down below what your answer is. What I'll do is I will actually put that, I'll run that through the comment picker. And when it picks somebody, you don't just win because you get picked. If you get picked and you have the right answer, you win. Okay? So if it's one of the people that made comments and didn't even have a response, well, guess what? We pick again. So we're going to pick until we pick a winner that has the correct answer to the question. That's how you win. So definitely get over there and check out yesterday's Hollywood video vlog, and somewhere in that video I have hidden a question, and I'm going to start doing this more, and I'm going to start putting the questions in different locations. So and I'll only do that on Disney on vlog videos. I will not do that on Funko videos, but vlog videos do start expecting a question to be thrown in there somewhere hidden within the video. So again, if you see a question, a Disney trivia question in a video, answer it, put it in the comments. I guarantee you it'll be in a giveaway coming soon. So giveaway is going to come next week. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and watch that video, answer that question, and next week we will be picking a winner. Again, it'll either be a 50th anniversary item or a new Halloween merchandise item. I don't know. We're going to see. Maybe I'll do a poll to see which ones you guys would rather want, Halloween merchandise or 50th anniversary. There's going to be a lot more 50th anniversary coming out once October 1st starts. So much more to look for. So other than that, and I see that OTT, I'll go and check the comments, but I'm sure you're a big Disney fan, so I'm sure you would probably answer it pretty easy. And I try to throw some curveballs in there. OTT says 50th. I know that 50th is going to be a big merchandise. So, but I'm always a fan of Halloween merchandise too. So that I really enjoy it. But if we got to get you guys what you want, if you guys want the 50th merchandise, get over to yesterday's vlog and answer that question. All right. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for this week's Disney Talk with Techbot. I appreciate all of you for coming by, hanging out, listening to all the Disney news we got to say. I had some rants. I had a lot of information. And a lot of this stuff, man, I got to get to the parks more. I got to try this stuff out and show this stuff on video. But until then, don't forget to smash that like button down below. Don't forget to leave a comment if you have any questions, or, hey, let me know which type of merchandise you would rather have, 50th or Halloween. And as well as, don't forget, if you haven't done so already, hit that red subscribe button along with that post notification bell. And also, if you get a chance, check out that join button. It is my YouTube membership. Different prices, different people. It's called Donut Life. Just another way to help support the channel. Don't have to. If you want to just come by and hang out with me, I'm good with that too. So either way works for me. Until next time, we're going to have another more Disney Talk next week and a giveaway, so look forward to that next week. And other than that, that's all I got for you guys. As we always like to say here, do what you like, do what you love, and always, guys, unleash your inner nerd. Take it easy. Later!